Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's webinar on All Plan for Digital Construction. And I am Kirti Chandra Joshi, and it's great to have you all join us today. Like whether you are an structural engineer, the brief designer, or working in the civil infrastructure project, or the precast, or the rebar detailing, or any other sectors, like this webinar is, designed to show how all plan fits into the digital construction workflows. And I hope this session will be equally benefit to those who are, completely new to all plan, as well as for those who are already using it and wants to explore more of its capabilities. Also, feel free to drop down your questions in the Q&A chat, where we will have a dedicated Q&A sessions toward the end, and we'll take out your questions. So here is the agendas that what we will be covering today. So we'll start with an introduction to all plan and its role in digital construction, followed by some of the key capabilities and the engineering workflows for the structure and the infrastructure project. Then we'll move into the software showcase and some interesting functionalities of the all plan. And we'll also discuss the all plans, design accuracies, and the multidisciplinary collaborations. And finally, we'll also cover the licensing, the support options, and we'll address the frequently received questions in the Q&A session. So here, what you can expect from today's sessions, like you will gain a strong understanding of the all plans and its, efficiency in the structure or the bridge or the infrastructure modeling. And also you will talk about the best practice, so you live with the confidence to apply the all plan effectively in your project. We'll also share the resource material and the participation certificate after the webinar. So I would like to introduce today's presenter, Mr. Sarath Kadam. He is the customer success manager for the All Plan at the Nemetschek India. So Mr. Sarath brings with him over 22 years of industry experience and have worked across the India, USA, Europe, and the UK. So his expertise is in structural engineering, bridge infrastructure, the precast, and the rebar detailing project, along with some experience in the building BIM services. So he has hands-on knowledge of multiple industry-leading tools like Allplan, Tech Structure, Revit, Rhino, Grasshopper, and the AutoCAD. So today he will be sharing valuable insights and demonstrating, like how all plans supports the accuracy, efficiency, and the design workflows. So about the Acero Consulting Engineers, so it is a knowledge and a software partner for the AEC industry, and it has already supported a multiple organization across the India with the multiple products. So Acero Consulting Engineers is made of an structural engineers and the professionals who helps in delivering the efficient and the practical economical software solutions. And we are proud to have worked with 300 plus clients, delivered over the 30 plus product, and supported the project across the 20 plus locations. So we help to adopt the right tools, and depends on the nature of a project. And along with the software expertise, we and through the regular knowledge posters or the webinars or the technical contents and the resources, like we ensure you keep learning and extracting the values from your tools. So, so we are the official authorized channel partner for the Nemetschek Group, and here is a quick overview of what we offer under the Nemetschek portfolio. So, Allplan is one of the key tools, and more of its capabilities will be discussed today. Along with that, we support the visa for the structure analysis and design, covering everything from full 3D models, foundations, and the steel connections. Also, we provide the Adapt suite, which is widely for the post tension and the reinforced concrete system. And you can also see the blue beam, which is for the PDF drawings, editing, markup, and the collaboration tool. So along with the Nemetschek tool, we also support the several other industry-leading software such as the Autodesk and IDEA Statica for the steel connection design, and Karamba 3D is for the parametric structure analysis. And at last, you can see the Shuriken, which is a nut keeper, making one-sided connections with some of the standard bolts. And last, you can see the Aries Trinity from Grabber, which is for the CAD workflows. So right now, I will hand over to Mr. Sarad just to give the brief introduction about the software and take the session forward. So Sarad, over to you.
Thank you. I believe my screen is visible now. Kathy, am my screen visible? You're on mute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be talking on the ALLPLAN. So ALLPLAN is a comprehensive BIM solution which is useful for this digital transformation of the complete AEC. So we are into the architectural, engineering, and construction segment. So ALLPLAN has got various disciplines, or rather we call it verticals. So to start with the building design, so building design is a vertical of ALLPLAN wherein we can do the vertical construction. So we can do a complete architectural precast and everything related to the building structures. In the horizontal structures, we are into infrastructure design, and also we can also do the analysis and design, modeling, pre-stressing cables, 3D rebar detailing. Everything can be done in the infrastructure design. We'll be seeing about all these things in detail in the coming presentations. Then we are into construction planning segment as well, wherein we can do precast designing or the site planning. All these things can also be done. So to move on in the building design segment, we can do quick estimation and tendering modeling. So this is a vertical wherein a quick tender model has to be created so that it can be presented to the company, and a quick estimation is also needed. So in this kind of scenario, we can do a quick modeling of the complete project. It may or may not be the completely accurate one, but a rough estimations can be taken out, which will be fairly, we can say 95 to 105% accurate. Then the next part comes up is for the rebar detailers. So the companies which are into rebar detailing or rebar detailers, or they're doing the actual work, project work, can also use ALLPLAN for rebar detailing. The second vertical we talk about is about the infrastructure design. So when we talk about in infrastructure, it comes up with bridge. The first and the foremost thing is the bridge. So we can do bridge modeling as well as we can do analysis and design. So uh, in the analysis and design, we have the predominantly all the codes available, British, Euro, ACI standards, all these standards are available. We can do typically any kind of bridge modeling. And the next part comes up is the road and infrastructure design. So we can do all the road modeling and infrastructure design as well in the infrastructure portion. And in the civil engineering portion, we can do heavy civil parts such as dams, hydraulic structures, ports, or anything wherein concrete comes up or is called concrete is getting poured out. So we can do all these kind of different infrastructure projects. In the construction planning, the first part comes up is the precast modeling. So the precast is mainly into residential commercial complexes, or it is stadiums, any kind of precast which is needed to be done, we can do it in the help of ALLPLAN. We have really good dedicated tools for precast modeling and detailing. And other than precast modeling and detailing, we can also work for the fabrication purposes. So the companies having their own precast fabrication plants can also use the feasibility of the fabrication. So we call it as a TIM, which is basically for factory management. So we can do that. In the site planning, we can also work on the form work. So form work is something which is a niche market, what we can say. Many companies don't prefer to model the form work, but yes, we can do a complete form work modeling for cast in place or cast in situ concrete. Other than that, in the site planning, we can also plan where to place the cranes so that a complete site can be occupied, or complete site can be planned in various cranes areas, such as in the picture we can see that there are a couple of cranes have been added so that a complete site can be easily taken care of. Then on the site planning part, there could be some temporary roads, there could be some stackyards, could be some junkyards. So all these things can be planned at the site in the modeling stages itself, so that any changes or any painful areas can be identified at the initial stages itself, so that there should not be any surprises coming up at the later point. So this is about the site planning. So in all, we are into construction planning, we are into infrastructure, and we are into the vertical constructions as well. Then we have the cloud collaborations. So a cloud collaborations. So after the pre-lockdown area, we see that a lot of companies are working from home or remote areas. So we have the cloud collaboration, that is BIM Plus, which multiple stakeholders can work on the same project at the same time without sitting in the office. Also, this cloud collaboration can be same model can be sent to the site for the actual visualization purposes. So this is very useful tool, and it comes free with the softwares. So BIM Plus is something which is very useful for cloud collaborations. So these are the various verticals that we are having. So moving on to the all plan. So all plan is basically it's a very powerful tool which helps for the complete architectural engineering as well as the construction environment. So it's a precise. We have some of the key things that we talk about is the precise 3D reinforcement detailing. So we can detail any kind of reinforcement, and it is reusable. So we can save these as a template. We can work in 2D or 3D at the same time. So that means that if someone wants to work in the 2D platform, and 3D by default is the output that we are getting. The model is reliable and cost estimate. It's an open BIM platform. So if we want to save, or if we want to send our model for the other stakeholders, we can do that from IHC, or there are multiple options to do that. So drawing qualities are superior. We'll be seeing that in detailed in the upcoming presentations. So predominantly, Allplan can be used for precast. So that the precast is the first part wherein Allplan is used. So we can detail any kind of precast elements, whether it's wall. So there are in walls, there are multiple different types of walls, such as sandwich wall, insulated wall, solid wall, brick wall. So these any kind of walls can be easily modeled. Similarly, in slabs, there could be hollow core slab, there could be solid slab, a double T slab, any kind of slabs can be also modeled. Similarly, we have columns and beams. Typically, structural column with comes up with corbels, with or without corbels. Beams comes up with or without notches. So all these things can be easily modeled. Various types of stairs and foundations can be modeled. Other than that, there is some important thing is structural and volumetric precast. So the bottom last image that we see is for the structural or the volumetric precast as we call it. So it comes up with all the walls and slab casted at one go. So this is very popular in the Southeast Asia market as well as in Indian market. There are companies are doing that. So these are the various precast elements that can be easily handled. The main USP of the software is one-click reinforcement. That is, with one click, we can do the complete reinforcement of all these elements, whether it's a normal wall or a column or a beam. So we have some real good macros or tools developed inside the software, wherein we can easily do the complete rebar detailing with one click. So it's not like we have to first model the concrete, then go on doing the rebar detailing one by one. And there we can also create the shop drawing. So we have something called as one click shop drawing as well, wherein not I mean we can say that 80 to 90% of the work is readily obtained for the drawing purposes. Other than that, we have labeling and fixtures are also coming up automatically. So this is about the precast portion. In the precast, some of the real good tools are for automated wall panels or slabs. So with one click, we get automatic rebar detailing as well as all the inserts or fixtures are done. Also, we get quick drawing productions. So we have some standard templates, or these templates can be created by the user as well. So it's very easy to create these kind of templates, so that the output drawings that we are getting are super. I mean, it's roughly we can say about 90% good to go, and we can. There could be some manual work need to be done, but it's very less. And the workflow is such as like we can switch on between 2D and 3D at any point of time. Then we also have some of the real good tools such as IFC wall slabs. That is, if someone is getting the model from any other software, we can get it through IFC, and the same IFC can be converted to walls or slab or to any other precast element within one click. We have something similar for reinforcement for staircase as well. Then we have integrations with fabrication equipments as well. So whether we are using some fabrication tool for Elematic or any other precast companies, then we have the integration with that as well. We have the BIM plus collaboration wherein multiple people can work on the same model at the same time. Then the last part is the TIM portion, which is basically the factory management. So that's about the precast portion. So I'll just run through a small AV. So here is a small model wherein we can see some walls. So I've just isolated one wall. So this is basically a sandwich wall. So herein we can, with the visualization tools, we can switch on and switch off the things that is required. So with one click, we can create the drawings here. So here we can select some of the templates that are created. We can choose the template as per our requirement. That could be multiple templates can be created for same element. So this is the default output that you're seeing. So all the views and all are clearly identified. So here you can see that on left side we have a 2D plan, or which is basically the drawing, and on the right side we have a 3D model. So we can see both the drawing as well as model at the same time. So we don't need to close my drawing and go back to the model for doing any kind of changes. We can do the changes here itself in the drawing, and the changes will get automatically updated in my model. Or if you are comfortable in changing it into the model, that is also possible. Your drawings will get automatically updated. So here, if you want to see the rebar, because there could be some views for rebar, so it automatically comes up with the labeling, that is the bar mark and everything, it automatically comes up, as well as it automatically comes up with the bar bending schedule. So if I need to see the 3D view, we can switch it back again. So here we can identify that there are some fixtures or inserts are missing. So we can put it in the drawing its stages itself, and or the modeling stages also. So here I'm choosing some of the inserts, and we can put it into the modeling in the drawing directly. So herein, if you're comfortable it putting it into a section and choosing the location where it needs to be placed, and one click, it you can see that it has also automatically identified it, and it has updated the dimension also, because whenever we add something, again we need to check the dimension whether if it is correct or not, or if it's coming properly or not. So here we can see that it also adds some cross-sectional details. So these things we can easily obtain. So with there is no manual detailing work is needed. Also, if the rebar needs to be cut at that particular location, it also got automatically cut. And again, the bar bending schedule updated. Also, the bill of material is getting updated. So if I just add one pico inserts, it automatically identifies and gives the quantity. Now, if I need to do the changes in the modeling stages, I can do it, and I can just go on copying these pico inserts to some other locations, and it will automatically update the quantity as well. So this way, we can choose to work in model or in drawing at the same time, and your model or drawing will be automatically updated for anything which has been changed here. So here you can see that once my inserts are added, it automatically does the labeling portion as well. So we don't have to again check whether my labeling or the dimensioning is proper or not. So these are some real good features available in Allplan which are not available in any of the precast detailing tools that we are having in the industry. Moving on to the next portion. So here we have some of the automated shop drawings. So this is for a column. So this particular shop drawing is created with zero manual dimensioning given. So all these dimensioning catalogs and everything what we are seeing is automated, and there's no manual work needed to be done at the drawing stages. So some more drawings. So it's some beam drawings. So typically beams has got the insert lifting inserts connections at the end. There could be a couple of more cross sections needed to be added. So we can plan our template in such a way that our drawing output will be 100% accurate and there is no manual work needed. So here we call it as something, this element we call it as volumetric element, wherein we need to create views from all the edges or all the end views, and a 3D view is also needed. So this also drawing has been created with zero manual work. Moving on ahead, the second vertical that we talk about is about the bridges. So the first vertical we have seen here is about the precast. So any kind of precast, whether it's a residential, commercial, hospital buildings, any kind of parking garages, any kind of precast elements can be done. The second vertical that we talk about is for the all plant civil. So in all plant civil, we talk about the infrastructure part, that is the roads, bridges, tunnels. So all these things can be easily done with all plant civil. So what ALLPLAN Cell does, it's basically a template-based design. So again, we can create some templates which is reusable. So suppose if we have some bridges, maybe a single deck bridges or a normal pre-stressed bridges, we can create the templates and we can save it this kind of templates, and this can be reused for our next project. Then we have parametric modeling. So if there is any changes in my alignment or axis, the project gets automatically modified accordingly. Then we also get some automated reports. So once my model is completed, we also need to create drawings, bar bending schedule, reports, quantity takeoff. All these things are automated because my model is the real source of truth. Then we also can do the rebar detailing, clash checking for rebars if it is clashing with any of the inserts of bridges or embeds. So we can identify it in that stages. Clash detection can be of two types, a hard clash or a soft clash. So hard clash, we generally call it if there is two things are directly hitting each other and it has to be removed in order to move it swiftly. So that's what we call it hard clash. So hard clash and soft clash. We can also provide some tolerances for that. And the last part is the tendon modeling. So in civil or in the bridges, the most difficult part is about the pre-stressing cables or tendon modeling. So we can easily follow it or we can easily do it with ALLPLAN Civil. So we have some dedicated tools for ALLPLAN Civil in for the bridges portion. So I'll just take to a couple of minutes to go to my model so that you can see the actual model how the ALLPLAN sees. So this is an bridge which is basically a arch bridge. So here we have a complete bridge model. We have the it's including with the rebars and everything has been modeled here. So you can see that a complete bridge with pre-stressing cables are also available here. So all these things are being modeled in ALLPLAN. So for doing that, this is basically for doing complete rebar detailing and all. Now I'll take you to, yeah, I'll just move one step here itself so that I can show you about the bar bending schedule as well. So here we have about the bar bending schedule. So immediately as we create some rebar details here, so herein you can see that this is the by default bar bending schedule that is being getting created. So we don't have to do or spend any extra time for creating these kind of bar bending schedules. And this is basically the drawing based. So whatever rebars has been modeled or detailed in that particular drawing, we will get all these things here. And this bar bending schedule is fully customizable. So suppose if we have our own standards, we can modify it and we can use it as per our requirement. So when I'm here, so I'll just talk a bit out on this particular things. So basically, when we talk about all plans, so this start with architectural surroundings. So architectural and surroundings are for the companies which are into the architectural segment and they want to do a complete architectural work. So here we can use the, and you can see that our top menus are automatically changing based upon that. So we can do a complete architectural surrounding work as well as we can do the infrastructure. So I was talking about the infrastructure, that is the bridges. So if we want to do the bridges portion, we can do it here. Other than that, if someone is interested into doing the precast portion, so here we have the precast tools available, wherein it starts with precast slab, precast wall, and anything other than slab and wall comes up into the precast element. So we have some real good dedicated tools as per our requirements. So if someone is into precast, we can stick to the precast tools and precast elements. Someone is into the infrastructure portion, they can stick to the infrastructure portion. And we also have the road construction and the actual construction things as well. So that's about the all plant side on the civil portion. So typically any kind of bridges, we can model it out here. And it's really very easy to model and handy as well. And it can be worked in 2D as well as the 3D mode. Now coming back to the all plan civil portion. So this is then all in graphic user interface or GUI, what we call it for the all plan bridges. So for the companies which are into bridges, you can see that here easily we can create some real good models. So which can have, I mean, starting with the substructure like pile cap, or if we start of the abutment portion at the start, at the end abutments are there. We can model these easily, and we also have some eye girder beams here with the pre-stressing cables, as well as the rebar can be easily modeled here. So when we talk about bridges, it starts with the digital terrain. So here we have the digital terrain as well. So if you're not getting a digital terrain can also be obtained from Allplan, or as well if you are getting it from other software companies or other software providers, we can import that also. So Allplan is an open BIM platform wherein we can import the data from other softwares, as well as we can export it to the other softwares as well. We have various kinds of axes available. So when we talk about the horizontal construction, rather bridges and tunnels or roads, we talk a lot on the axis. So here we have the different kinds of axes. There could be multiple axes for a project. There could be horizontal, vertical. There, and we have the feasibility of modeling any kind of axis at this particular location. Also, if we are getting the access from any other software like Civil 3D, we can directly import it over here. So we don't need to redo the things which has been already done by someone else and some other softwares. We can import it directly here. The next part comes up when we talk about is the cross section. So let's say if I have some decks like this for bridges, or if I have some girders like an eye girder bridge, so we can easily model it. So here you can see some horizontal and vertical lines which are maybe straight or inclined. We have to just connect the dots and create our own deck or an girders as per our requirement or as per our design requirement. So, and these things are completely parametric and are reusable. So suppose if we have created something like this with a 13-meter span, a 30-meter width of carriage, and there is a second bridge maybe of 6 meter, and dimensions are changing. No, we don't need to create it again. So the same thing can be used. So suppose, and this is completely parametric. So suppose if my height is changing, so with this we can easily do the changes within there and there itself. So we don't have to redo the things again and again. So that's something which we call it as a templatization. So that is create a cross section, make it as a save it as a template, or we can save the complete project as a template as well. So that depends upon the project to project basis and the user to user basis. Then we have the variations. So variations means the changes. So generally what happens is in bridges, the height, depth, width, thickness, all these changes or varies according to the length or according to the length of the bridge. So we can create some tables like this. These kind of tables can be imported from a notepad file on an Excel file, and these things can be easily copied and pasted out here. So these are the variations that we talk about. Then in the structural members, we have typically any kind of structural members can be modeled. So whether it's a girder, pier caps, decks, anything can be easily modeled and can be created here. This is primarily for the bridges. And once this is done, the next part comes up is the pre-stressing cables or tendons that we call it. So here we can model any kind of pre-stressing cables or tendons. We have real good tools available for modeling the tendons. So tendons may, and for a girder, the tendons may be generally it's an horizontal one, or there will be a slope inside it. So we can model any kind of tendons with these kind of tools. So when it comes to the bridge modeling, this tool is super easy and is very efficient for modeling any kind of bridges. Now I'm coming back to my presentation here. So this is particular a project wherein we have done the tendon modeling. So this tendon modeling, again, it was varying with the geometry, and customer found out it to be very easy for doing these kind of pre-stressing cables or tendons modeling with the all plan. So to do the same thing with any other software, we need to have a couple of more software like Grasshopper, Rhino, Dynamo. Then only these kind of freeform modeling or tendon modeling can be easily done. But all these things are inbuilt with the software for us. Then we can create, once my tendon modeling is done, we can create the drawings as well for that. So here are some of the drawing examples, which is for those purposes. And once this is done, rebar modeling comes up into the picture. So we have real good tools for the rebar modeling. So we have tools which in with as I was talking that with one click also we can do a complete rebar detailing, as well as we can also choose the rebar as per our requirements. So here you can see some of the rebars has been modeled in the plan, but these rebars are varying with the geometry. So generally these things happens with the bridges, that my bridge geometry is varying and I want my rebar details also to be, or rebars to also vary. So here in one click you can see a complete rebar can be modeled for a complete span of bridges, or as per our requirement we can use these tools. So these tools are very handy in nature, and these tools are changing as per the geometry. So here you can see that as my bridges is varying, so again it is the rebars are also getting updated with it. So these tools are really very good for modeling of any kind of rebar for any kind of shape. This can be easily done. So some real good tools for rebar detailers here are available. So these are some of the reference projects. So this is the topmost left side is basically the Susha Bridge. It is the tallest bridge in the Europe part. And on the bottom side, we have Queen's Ferry Crossing. It's in Scotland, Edinburgh. So these are the couple of bridges that we have been done in using the All-Plan Civil. Then there is one more project. This is basically the Tamina Bridge. So this is done in Switzerland. It's a 417 meter long bridge, and it's completely done. A complete model has been done with the help of All-Plan only. Now I'm coming back to the rebar detailing. So rebar, this is also for the rebar detailers as well as can be used for the uh, bridges as well. So here you can see that on the right hand side I have got the drawing, on the left hand side I have the model. So I can see both the things at the same amount of time at the same locations. So we can easily work either in drawing or model, or any changes if I need to do it, I can do it at that particular location. So here we can see that this bar number 9 has got 5 quantity, and once I click on that bar, same bar is getting highlighted on my model also, or the cross section, or in the drawing wherever it is located. So if there is any changes that needs to be done for this particular bar, so let's say it's here, it's the quantity is 5 sorry 5, and I need to change it to some other. So you can see that in the next top section also it is getting seen. So if anything is selected, that particular rebar will get selected at all the locations. So it's very easy to be identified and changed. So now if I need to change the quantity to 7, so we can do it at the drawing mode itself. So we don't have to close the drawing, go back to the model, and again come back to the drawing portion. So that's typically how the workflow is there with the other software. But in OnPlan, we can do the changes at the same time from any locations. So we don't have to do the drawing closures and all this. And once these drawings are updated, the model will also get updated at the same time, as well as the bar bending schedule portion will also get updated. So these are some of the drawings that have been created or extracted from Allplan. So typically, we can do any kind of drawings, whether these are some of the more deliverable from the actual projects that we are showcasing here. Uh, these are for the metro projects, or the station projects also can be done. So anywhere where concrete is coming up, we can do it. So this is a road projects that was done in Allplan. So again, some of the abutment portion for bridges, some of the piers that can be, and here typical these kind of reinforcement was used for that by for this particular client, and they wanted it on the drawing itself to be shown and seen. So these different kinds of uh, requirements can also be accommodated here. So sometimes we also need to see a 3D view in the model or the drawing itself for the presentation purposes. That can also be taken care of. So I'm just moving a bit faster on this drawing side. I think it's very easier to understand. So all these drawings are the actual project drawings that has been created by the customers. So these things, and it's not a model only, it's model, drawing, reports, BBS, everything, anything and everything can be created in all plans. So these are some of the deliverables for peers, for caps and all. So this is again for some foundation. So all in all, the all plan can be used for all plan civil, can be used for bridges, infrastructures, any kind of bridge, tunnel, infrastructure, we can do it here. Open precast can be used for precast modelers and detailers, then again precast fabricators and the companies which are erecting, doing the erection of precast can we use it. Then the last part is for the rebar detailing. So Anyone who is doing the rebar estimation, rebar modeling and detailing, they can use it, and the companies also which are in the outsourcing business can also use it. I just take a couple of more minutes to showcase some of the real good tools here. So again, I'm going back to my software because seeing the actual software is a good thing. So here we have a complete architectural and everything. I've just taken a small villa or bungalow that we can see it, just to showcase how detailed modeling can be done, including the architectural portion. Here you can see the interiors, furnitures, and everything, including some of the vehicles and all are also being modeled here. So this is the perspective view, and I'm going to my plan view here. And what I was talking about is some real good tools. So here we have some wizards available. So these wizards can be directly taken in. And for rebar detailing, we have some real good tools. So we are not talking only about the modeling portion. So we are talking about the rebar detailing. So here we have the rebar that is can be added in one click, and this is completely customizable. We can change the bar sizes, how we want to bend it. All these things can be done. There could be various zones in the stirrup, so we can have that as per our requirement. Also, we can create cross sections for the drawing purposes as per requirement. So I'm just choosing it as the three cross sections are needed, and whatever reinforcement is okay for me for the presentation purposes. And you can see that the model has been created. And not only model, I can easily create my drawing at the same time. So we don't have to again spend my time for creating the drawing. So a drawing is getting created with three cross sections as per the requirement: a top cross section, middle, and the bottom level. These kind of cross sections can be easily created, as well as the tagging can be done. So this is how good the tools are. So this is about the macro method, or we call it as a one-click reinforcement for drawing and all. But not only this, suppose if you want to do some manual detailing, so that is also possible. So here we have some real good tools available. So I just, here is my column detailing that I have done. So here we have some manual detailing work also available, and the macros are available for typically many of the areas such as beam, column, stairs. All these different macros are available. Suppose if I want to do the rebar detailing by manual method, so that options is also available here. So by default, we have some standard shapes such as stirrups, L shapes, straight bar, crank bar, hook bar. So all these things are available. If I want to do it the straight bar with hooks, I can just select it and drag it and place it. So here is the hook. All these things can be changed. If I want to change my hook length, let's say I want it to be, instead of 96, I want 300 to be added. Whatever we needed, we can just place it here, and with that it identifies the shape and places it. And the next part could be selecting it. So here is the rebar, you can see that it has been added. Then it comes up is the numbering, or the automatic bar numbering is completely automatic. And it, the next part, it gives you the label at the same amount of time, so we don't have to complete the rebar detailing and then go for the labeling portion. We can do it at the same time, same so we don't have to worry about it. And these things can be chosen as changes as per our requirements. So I'm just taking the default options available, and this is completely customizable. Then once this bar is placed, then I need to tell the software the range of it. So here you can see that the software has automatically identified the ranges as well. So if we want to change it, we can definitely do it. If you are okay with it, we can also have the options of changing spacing, number of pieces and all. And once this is done, so again we can say that this is acceptable, and we can just press hit the escape button, and my the rebar is getting placed. Now the next part is showcasing the range for this particular rebar. So it automatically identifies the range and places it accordingly, and as well as it gives the tagging also. This tagging can again be customized as per our requirement. So we are talking about something like placing the rebar, tagging it in section, in plan at the same amount of time without putting some extra efforts. And suppose if someone is comfortable by doing the rebar detailing first and then they are okay with doing the labeling, that is also feasible. So these are the various tools available: manual detailing, rebar detailing, macro detailing. Everything can be easily managed at the same time. Also, we have immediately we can get the legends, or basically this is what we call it as the PBS. So we have ACI standards as well, and we have the normal BS standards or the Indian standards are also available. So we can choose it and place it. And these tools are real live. So once you place the bar, automatically my bar bending schedule is automatically getting populated here, and the changes can also be done. So suppose if I just choose this bar and instead of 12 I need to put it as a 16 we can do it, and the same change will get affected in everywhere, whether it's a tag or the cross sections. Everywhere these changes will automatically get updated. So we don't need to worry about whether generally when people are doing it into a 2D atmosphere in AutoCAD plus and Excel, they have to take a lot of care of these things, but here we don't have to do it. And other than that, we also get the schedule for if we are working on some architectural projects, we wanted to get the quantity call off for windows, doors, how much is the room area, and all this stuff is required, then we can also get that easily. And the software is completely customizable, and the customization is real very easy to do it. We can do any kind of changes as per our requirement, and it's a Python based. So suppose if we are using someone is having knowledge of Python and they want to automate the process, they can do it on their own also. So these are all the tools and verticals that we are talking about. So we talked about bridges, we talked about tunnel infrastructure, roads, precast, and rebar. So these are the various verticals that are available for our plan and can be used. So to sum it all, so we can use the all plan for estimation, tendering, reinforcement modeling, reinforcement detailing, road and infrastructure project, precast modeling and detailing, and bridges and infrastructure projects. We can also do analysis and design as well for bridges and infrastructure. So typically we have four verticals. One is the plain all plan, then all plan for precast, all plan for civil, and all BIM Plus. So BIM Plus is a cloud-based platform which collaborates all the things, and BIM Plus come free with all the all plan solutions. So we don't have to pay extra for cloud collaboration. So typically any kind of project where concrete comes up, all plan is the preferred solution to do these projects. So over to the questions. If there's any questions, you can, or you can type in also. So we have some questions. I'll just be taking that. So this first question is for the steel structure. So will the Allplan software can do the 3D model analysis for steel structure? So predominantly Allplan is for modeling purposes, and the analysis and design part is available for bridges. For steel structure analysis, we have other softwares available as well. So we are seeing some questions coming up. So definitely we can take it up.
Meanwhile, I will be displaying some poll questions here.
Yes.
And if you have any of the questions, you can just write it here.
Yeah. Over to you, Kirti. You can. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Sarath, for your
Thank you.
wonderful demonstration. And I believe that the participants also find it informative. So I'll be displaying some poll questions here. Just a minute. So you might have received some poll questions. You can just participate it on it.
Okay, by the time we just check the polls, there was one question which I thought I should answer it, and you can also do the polls side by side. So, is the reinforcement from structural analysis design or you model individually? Okay, so we have to get the reinforcement from the structural analysis thing, and we have to model it here. So we can take the help. Modeling can be done individually as well as the group or the macros or tools that we call it. So with one click, we can model the complete rebar for a individual elements, whether it's beam, column, stair, we can do it. But Does it read the data from structural analysis and design software and automatically does that? No, it doesn't. We have to model it, and we have to read the data from modeling softwares and design software and feed it to you.
So yeah, thank you for your questions. And if you have any of the questions, you can just write it down and we'll respond each of your questions over the email as well. So moving forward, if anyone wants to trial the wants to explore the all plan, like you can try the 14 days all plan trial, and it includes all the editions like the breeze, the precast that Sarad has shown us, and it trial include all of the features and the unlimited support as well. So you can just try and explore the software. So here are some of the companies from the globe who are using the all plans. Like the all plan is trusted by the leading organizations across the globe, and you can just see some of our few customers. So this is all.
Kirti, just one thing I need to add. Just can you just go back? Yeah, stay here. So here some of the companies like JNF. JNF this is the Noida-based company. They are Noida, Chennai. They have a lot of offices. So they are using it for a lot of projects. Then we have Spectrum Techno Consultant. I'm talking mainly on the Indian front. Other than that, we can see the rest of the outside clients as well. So Spectrum Techno Consultant is Mumbai-based company, and TPF Engineering again a Mumbai-based company. They are vastly into bridges, roads, tunnels, and all. Then Atkins Realis, again, it's a big giant an MNC based in Gurgaon as well as in Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, multiple locations they are having. They are using it for nuclear projects as well. So this is something which I missed it, so I thought I should add it here itself. So okay, sorry, Kirti, please continue.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So basically, yeah, Allplan is trusted by, like the leading organization across the globe as well as in India. I mean, like, its adoption by the industry professionals, reflects its like the reliability, the precision, and the capability to handle the complex structural and infrastructural projects. So, here are some of the feedbacks that we received from the users, like the feedback from users consistently, highlights the improved accuracy or the better coordinations and the smoother workflows from concept modeling to the detailed construction outputs. So, if you need any supports on all plan after the webinar or need a one-to-one demo, like you can reach out and we provide supports through phone and the email and definitely helps in assisting your queries. So regarding the license, all plan comes with a cloud-based annual subscription license model, making the license management simple and accessible. So for learning resources, there are recorded tutorials available, and through the Allplan online platform, anyone can access the online courses. These resources, helps both the beginners and the experienced user to enhance their skills and to get more into the workflow with the Allplan. So also, we conduct some of the like the webinars like this every month on different product to get familiar with the industry leading tools. So as we move forward, we'll be soon hosting the sessions on the Visa 3D. Like we received one of the questions like the software for the steel analysis and design. Yeah, this is the software from the Nemetschek, again, the Visa 3D, which is a structure analysis and design software, and it supports the multiple materials for the steels for both the Indian and the international code, including the AISC. And it also supports the concrete, timber, and aluminum and the masonry structure. Also, we are planning to conduct the Bluebeam webinar for next month, which is for the markup, collaboration, and to efficiently work with your PDF drawings and the document. So yeah, definitely we'll share all the information in our LinkedIn page for the upcoming events. So here is our contact information, and you can connect with us and explore the software solutions in more detail. So Acero Consulting Engineers is located in Sector 57 Noida, and you can reach our team at the phone number or the email shown on the slide. Also, you can also visit our website to explore our complete range of the products, and we do have the LinkedIn and YouTube where we consistently share the technical session or the webinar recording. So we have also recorded the today's webinar, and definitely will update or upload the recordings on the YouTube, so you can watch it later as well. So yeah, we are at the end of the today's session, and thank you, Sharad, and thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. So lastly, on behalf of Acero Consulting Engineers, I appreciate for your time and hope you have found the session valuable. So have a great day, and we look forward to see you in our upcoming webinars. Yeah, thank you everyone.